Alrighty, everyone, welcome to Revved Up Broadcasting Network and tonight's coverage of the Raze Energy 50 at the Glen for the Raze Energy Stars and Stripes Truck Series. For the first time this year, we're going to be making right and left hand turns here in these trucks. Qualifying underway right now. And let's take a look at how everybody comes into tonight with tonight's points lineup here in the Raze Energy Truck Series. And Scott Rickard up by 85 points over Andrew Medlin. Coming into this one here tonight at Watkinsglen Raceway. Kevin back there in third. Look at Derek Alferman, 138 back as well. But man, Scott Rickard starting to really pull away as they come into this one here tonight. And this might be a chance, possibly, for one of these drivers over the next 50 laps to make it up here and make up some ground on old Scott Rickard. He's gotten away from these guys. This might be their one and only shot to kind of get away from them here tonight, or be able to run him back down rather here tonight at Watkinsglen. Again, left and right hand turns, something these guys are not used to doing. But Scott Rickard, look at that, top of the board, 114.524. Puts him P1 in qualifying right now. Christopher Wade, Kyle right there, Kevin, Mike, Derek Alferman, 115.071. Good run there for Derek Alferman. Good job by Derek. Taking a look there at the 20 machine, who's setting second on the board. Patrick Hasty up through the S's here. And with no cautions here tonight, it's going to be all about keeping this truck clean here tonight from Watkinsglen Raceway. It should be a fun evening of racing from the Glen here tonight. So as we get ready to go once again, everybody get ready to get this thing underway. And again, tricky part of Watkinsglen, of course, you go up through the bus stop, that thing can get you in a hurry, bite you right in the middle of it, and there's nothing you can do about it. The truck gets away there, flying off into the kitty litter. But let's talk to someone up here. Let's make sure they're done qualifying here. We don't want to interrupt somebody's qualifying session. There is Rickard continuing to run in the 05. I think he's going to call it a night here for qualifying, so that will give us a chance to speak with Scott and get his take on what it's going to be here tonight for the next 50 laps. Hey, Scott Rickard, it's Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Alrighty, man. We are coming in tonight. You've grown that points lead a week after week. It's getting bigger and bigger. But here tonight, we make right and left hand turns. Obviously, keeping truck on track here tonight is going to be a premium. What is your plan to do just that and maybe come out of here to win at the road course?
Patience. Not just not overdrive it at all.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. With these type of races, it's more about keeping the truck under you than it is being fast, right?
Yep.
And
any little bit overdrive, you probably wreck yourself.
well, the good thing is, looks like you got a fast 05 machine here tonight, Scott. Again, you're coming in with the points lead here. Best of luck here tonight.
Thank you. Hope I can bring it home too.
And for I hope so myself, man. Have fun here tonight with this one. So that is Scott Rickard looking at a pole here tonight. 4 minutes left. I think everybody that's going to turn in a lap, for the most part, has got it done. As we get ready to rock and roll with Derek Alferman in second, Andrew Medlin in third. And everybody's going to qualify in here. Patrick Hasty there as well. Mike Lynch there in the 2 machine. Lucas Joseph and Scott right there as well. And Adam right there in the 22 machine. Getting ready to rock this thing down for the rest of the evening. Now, again, qualifying in the books here tonight. Again, I can't stress enough, no cautions thrown by iRacing, but the admins have said if it's a big enough incident, multiple trucks involved, they may go ahead and put a manual yellow out. But that would be the only instance that would happen here tonight at Watkinsglen. We're not going to have iRacing calling the yellows for us. So again, if we have a big wreck up through the S's or something, well, at that point, you could likely see a yellow flag fly from the admin tower up there. But that's about the only time you would see it. Other than that, it's going to be green flag for the 50 here tonight at Watkinsglen Raceway. The Raze Energy 50 at the Glen, getting ready to go green flag racing. The Revved Up Broadcasting Network, getting ready to bring all the action to you for the next 50 laps here tonight. Man, it should be a lot of fun here for these trucks. You look at the 9 of Hasty having a bit of an issue up through the S's here, and a lot of these guys still running even though they can't turn in a time, just to get even more, as much practice as possible, making those left and right hand turns. What is going to be 50 laps here tonight? Well, what do you expect to see? It's hard to tell in a road course like this. Again, you get on the brakes too hard, you can basically wheel hop the truck. You start downshifting too fast, it gets out from under you. There's so many things that can go wrong, and there's so many things you got to do right at a place like Watkinsglen to even survive, much less win this thing here tonight, that you really just got to take it one lap at a time, one corner at a time, and getting your truck cleanly through what would be that first lap. And you see there in the 54, a good example. Aaron went in the corner a little bit hot there, locked the brakes up. When you lock them up, you're turning the wheels, the truck won't turn, and right off the racetrack you go. And that's all it takes for the one mistake to really cost you. So, with about a minute left in qualifying here tonight, I don't think anybody is going to beat Derek or Scott and Derek up front. Derek actually quite a bit faster than even Scott. But nevertheless, everybody's off the racetrack here. Patrick Hasty there, still running his laps up over the bridge here, up through the S's. Still trying to get that truck stabilized out. Douglas at the end of pit road. And we're going to have roughly 28, 29 trucks make the start here tonight. It's going to be an interesting night all the way around for the Raze Energy 50 at the Glen here tonight. Only real road course on the schedule this season for the Raze Energy Truck Series. Well, it comes here in the form of Watkinsglen, and not a better road course to really do a road course race here. Watkinsglen, a staple of the Cup schedule. Of course, in real life trucks coming back here this year as well. So we'll get to see them first time, I think, early 2000s. That were in real life, the trucks that made the trip to New York to Watkinsglen. But right now, we're going to do it in a virtual world, because we're going to get them gridded up here for the Stars and Stripes Racing League Raze Energy Truck Series, Raze 50 at the Glen. Everybody's going to get gathered up here on the front row, ready to rock and roll for the next 50 laps. And let's take a look at your starting lineup. So row number 1 here, it's going to be Scott Rickard, Derek Hoffman. Good run for both those guys. Row number 2, Christopher Wade, Kyle right there in 4th. Starting 5th here tonight, Mike Watts, Timmy McNally in 6th. 7th, Andrew Medlin, Kevin right there in 8th. 9th is going to be Aaron Hale, Nick Holland in 10th. 11th, Brandon Messick, Kyle McCoy outside row 6. Row 7 is going to consist of Ken Campbell, Patrick Hasty. Row number 8 here tonight, Nate Lynch and Paul House. Row number 9, you're going to have Travis and Mike Lynch. Row number 10, Trey Jackson and Lucas Josephson, and Scott there and Brian Chew. Adam and Mr. Steve Anderson, Douglas Harper and Michael. And 27th row, 14th, Marty Roberts, Max Ward coming in for this one, and Brian Lynch to round out the 29 trucks here at Watkinsglen. 29 trucks, 50 laps here. We'll get them up, and away in a moment. But right now, we got to bring them around under pace speed. Man, the only reprieve these drivers are going to have for the next 50 laps is going to be basically here under this pace speed situation. And it's going to be roughly 121 miles distance covered here tonight for these trucks. Actually, somewhere around 125, I would imagine, here at Watkinsglen Speedway. It's 2.5-mile road course. So, 125 miles here tonight. Trucks getting ready to fire off and get rolling behind the iRacing pace truck right here. And you see everybody starting to pull off. A couple of trucks electing to start in pit road. There is Scott Rickard in the 05. He'll bring them all down into turn 1. Right behind that Porsche pace car. Rickard and Offerman front row here at the Glen. Watch for corner entry here. Watch for lockups. Watch for all these things that can go wrong early in a race at Watkinsglen. You come up through the S's right here. You're full throttle. Don't want to lift because it will kill your momentum. And really the point to where you have to may lift is right here as you crest the hill. Truck can get kind of tight, want to drift out to the outside wall. And if you do have to lift there, it will kill your momentum for sure. Like you will have no momentum down this long back straightaway into the bus stop. So the S's is going to be paramount here tonight. Getting through the S's cleanly, making sure you do that perfectly. That is what's going to make you or break you here tonight at Watkinsglen. But nevertheless, trucks just a few moments from going green here tonight. Pacing behind the iRacing pace car. Here we go. Double file. Getting ready to go green. It's Offerman alongside Mr. Rickard for the front row here tonight. Offerman, Rickard, everybody hanging on. And so, folks, I'm going to take a quick drink of my Raze energy here, and we're going to go racing at Watkinsglen. All right, folks, here we go. Coming to green this time by. Here we go. Green, the flag gonna fly. The Raze Energy 50 at the Glen is green. Everybody up to speed through into turn 1. This is gonna be the tricky corner. Scott off to a great start. Everybody behind him. We got one car on pit road to 29. Scott leads them to 53. Great start. Offerman's gonna lose a spot into turn number 1. They'll work their way off of turn number 1 here, headed for the S's here. Everybody in the line pretty well here. Kevin back here as well. Everybody trying to hold on. Aaron Hale deeper in the pack. Some battling going on. But right now, Scott Rickard getting away. Side-by-side battle right there beside Kevin. And it looks like Andrew Medwin maybe and Nick Holland. Side-by-side into the bus stop first corner. Nick Holland picks up the spot, move him to 8th, Medwin in 7th. Great start, everybody involved. Holland out front. Wade to 2nd right now. Rickard leads here at Watkinsglen. Coming to put lap number 1 in the books. There's Derek Offerman in the mix. In 3rd, he lost the spot on the initial start. Offerman a little bit worried about him here, losing a spot on the initial start. Watts right there behind him. Everybody seems to be pretty good coming out of the final corner. And we got trouble. Who was that? That was off the track. That was Offerman, went a little wide. He's going to lose some spots. Here comes Medwin by. And that's going to cost him quite a bit of time down the front straightaway. Holland pulling out, trying to make the move on the 10 truck. Kevin McNally going to hold him back there in the 1. Kevin trying to make it work. What about Kyle McCoy and Mr. Aaron Hale? Brandon Messick back here in the 21. And we got trouble down in turn number 1. That includes the 14 truck of Ken Campbell. Take a look at what happened into turn 1 here. First incident of the night. Again, no cautions. He'll get it straightened back up, but oof. Drove that truck in a little too deep into turn 1, locked it up, spun the car sideways. Brian Chew and a couple more trucks just come along, all right into that situation. But meanwhile, up front, Christopher Wade chasing right now race leader and point leader Scott Rickard. Again, already 3 in the books this time by. Rickard leads, Wade in second, Kyle in third, Watts in fourth. Fifth is Medlin and Kevin right here. Great run between those two trucks. Kevin and Kyle McCoy, excuse me, right there in 7th and 8th. Let's go on board with Kyle McCoy here. He rockets down the front straightaway, headed for turn number 1. Facing Kevin into turn 1 right now. Both trucks hard on the brakes, downshifting into turn 1. And nice and easy run, and oof. Medlin, McCoy really had to get on the brakes there to stay off Medlin. That could have been huge. Nick Holland over the rumble strips you see back there in the corner of your screen. That was Nick Holland up over the rumble strips here in the 18 of Paul House. Also side by side through the S's with the 9 of Patrick Hasty. That's kind of hard to do. Here comes Holland outside, sweeping around the top of the S's. Holland, great momentum, he'll clear, along with Nate Lynch there in the Budweiser 25 machine. All getting around Paul House there into the bus stop. House loses a spot. Meanwhile, up front, Scott Rickard leads. Christopher Wade still in second. Those two trucks hanging on. That's the Snap-on 53 and the 05 of Mr. Rickard. Both those trucks hanging on here. Pretty much single file right now. What has been an interesting race already as we pass the flag stand here. Looking at Holland and House, still going at it around that 10th spot. Behind him, you got Trey Jackson. There's Max Ward right there in the 59 actually on the outside of Offerman. And Offerman dropping like a stone here. I think he may have had another off track. Let's go take a look. Offerman just way right wide there, same as earlier on in the race. Off into the dirt, he got it gathered back up. But keep in mind, Offerman started this race P2, now runs 17th, just in front of Max Ward back here. The race for Offerman here tonight, not going the way he wanted here at the Raze Energy 50 at the Glen. Meanwhile, way back up front, it's Scott Rickard leading, Christopher Wade in second, Kyle in third. Those top 3 pretty evenly spread out. Mike Watts, Andrew Medlin, Kevin, and Aaron Hale. And we got big trouble out of the carousel, and that's Nick Holland, who's got into the outside wall there just outside the carousel here. What happened to Nick? Right there behind Brandon Messick, and truck's just going to step out, comes around, gets the inside guardrail. And the 7 there also having a problem of Kyle McCoy. The 2 trucks there having a problems there into the carousel. Both of them back going here in a side-by-side battle actually between Steve Anderson and Timmy McNally for 19th. Meanwhile, race leaders comfortable up front. Rickard leads. Wade in second. Just a little bit back. It's 1.7. The gap between those 2 trucks right now at Watkinsglen Speedway. Trouble has been back in the pack for the most of this race. Everybody up front has kind of kept it clean and kept it going. But back in the pack, though, it's been a tale with different tape. A bunch of trucks having problems. Derek Offerman, if you just joined us, started on pole here tonight. It went off track a couple of times. Now trying to recover from 15th here. This could be huge for that 20 machine here tonight. If he ends up finishing this deep into the field for his championship hopes, man, that's just not going to be good for Derek at all. Derek right now in 15th, Mike in 16th, Patrick Hasty up there in 13th, Lucas Josephson hanging on as well. Just outside the top 10 and 12th. Nate Lynch has moved that Budweiser truck into the top 10 here tonight. Good run for Nate, I have to say. That Budweiser King of Beers machine. 45 laps to go. Kevin, Aaron Hale right there up front. 6 of 50 complete here tonight from Watkinsglen. And right now up front, Scott Rickard, Christopher Wade. 53 truck there as well. 6 of 50 complete here tonight from Watkinsglen Speedway. As Scott Rickard leads over the first 6 laps. Kyle, Mike Watts, Andrew Medwin, Kevin back here also hanging on. Aaron Hale, Paul House, and Brandon Messick right there rounds out your top 5. Here comes Nate Lynch. That would be your 10th place car. Of course, the 14 there, 1 lap down. What about Travis, Lucas back here? So a bunch of trucks back here. 13th, 14th on back, kind of battling it out. And right here's a battle between Hasty. Hasty had to get on the brakes pretty hard to stay off Lucas there. Loses some ground to him, but a nice little battle. Meanwhile, Aaron Hale closing in also on Kevin up here, the battle for 7th. Oh, in trouble for Q again. Brian Q around in turn 1. Q already 1 lap down right now. Mike Watts right here, 9/10 of a second off the back bumper of Kyle. In that Menards 44 machine. Battle for 3rd and 4th. Derek Offerman has caught Hasty here. Offerman back to 14th, trying to get 13th away from Hasty. On board with Derek Offerman as they work their way down the back. Hasty just going to move over and let Offerman go. Again, Offerman started P2 here tonight. Had a couple of off tracks, put him way back here in the pack. Now currently runs 13th in that Ford F-150, trying to make some ground up here. So 4/10 of a second, Aaron Hale to Kevin up here. That's for 6th and 7th also. Good little battle on the racetrack as we're almost 9 complete of this 50 lap affair here tonight at Watkinsglen. A 9 of 50 complete here tonight as we continue to run off into turn 1. Kevin and Aaron Hale right there. Paul House back there a little ways back. We'll go see if we can find any more battles on the racetrack. Now it's going to be Mike Lynch actually pressuring Hasty right here. Mike to the bottom. Will Hasty let him go? Ooh, contact there between Hasty and another truck. That's Lucas that's going to go wide. And we got a car around right in front of him, Mike Lynch. And we got multiple trouble, and I think that is going to be the 9 around of Hasty. But multiple trucks having trouble down in turn 1. Oh, see, and then Max Ward nowhere to go there. Hasty got checked up. Max Ward gets in the back of him, turns him around to 10 at Emmy McNally. Sneaks his way through there, but that's going to cost Hasty. He'll drop to 22nd now. Battle up towards the front. That's going to be 25 of Nate Lynch closing down on Brandon Messick. Messick right there in front of him in that Toyota Tundra. That's going to be Lynch and Messick nose to tail, 9th and 10th. Meanwhile, Rickard has opened up the gap to 3 seconds up front, not missing anything there. As you see Nate Lynch moving his way through this field. And boy, oh boy, Nate Lynch. Let's take a look at his driver bar here tonight. Started 15th, and he is just smoothing his way through this field up to 8th right now. The exact opposite of some of these other trucks here. Nate doing a really good job keeping the truck on track and just moving forward and keeping on moving. That's what you got to do here tonight. Just keep on moving and move that truck forward. Wow, what a great night it's been for him here. Meanwhile, as he picks up another spot, missing nothing up front, Rickard with a 2-second lead. But it looks like Mike Watts maybe closing on Kyle here for that 3rd position as we come to lap number 10 here tonight. 41 to go here from Watkinsglen. Again, it's the Raze Energy 50 at the Glen here tonight on the Revved Up Broadcasting Network. Raze Energy 50 at the Glen. And it's Scott Rickard leading. Christopher Wade in 2nd. Kyle in 3rd. right now 11 of 50 complete here tonight. Mike Watts out there in 4th, Andrew Medwin in 5th. Medwin in that 12 truck hanging on that Toyota. Right now, great run for him into the bus stop once again. He'll clip the curbs nice and smooth. 11 on the board this time by. Medwin clipping those curves perfectly. Rickard still leads here. Kyle, Andrew Medwin back here. Nice run for him. Looking for some battles on the racetrack. Mike Watts still trying to close in on Kyle. That battle, Steve Anderson back here closing in on Hasty. And also a couple of lap down trucks back here with them. There's Anderson, Brian Chew. He's on fresher tires. But I believe Chew is like 5. That's not Chew, excuse me. That is. Who is that there working to the outside? Not 100% sure. There's Brian Lynch in the 24 Hooters machine. About 4/10 of a second off Mike in the 26. It's actually Michael putting the pressure on Steven Anderson now. Michael in that pitboxes.com. Toyota Tundra running in 20th. Well, Hasty right there in the 9 having a rough night. See where Derek Alferman sets. He's trying to pick up another spot. That would put him back into 11th if he can get this next spot. Again, Alferman started P2 here tonight. Had an issue early on, lost a ton of track position. Now with 40 laps to go, he's back up to 12th. Have to give him that. He's back into the top 12 right now. Looking for the 11th spot over Travis. At number 20, he's got a long way to go. But he is definitely making up some ground after those mistakes early. And lucky for him, right, they did happen early. It gives you some time to recover. You see Messick wide. He'll get by Brandon Messick. Wow, that was close. Messick going real wide there. Let's take a look at what happened to Messick into the bus stop. I think Brandon's just going to miss the corner here. Yep, locked the brakes up. Actually clipped the end of that wall. And luckily that there was no truck stays outside there. Alferman was able to squeeze through along with a couple more to kind of take care of themselves and get by that. That could have been a lot worse than it was. While Kyle's still on the back bumper of Watts up there for 3rd. But leading the way, Scott Rickard leads it by 2.566 seconds. But Rickard continues to hold the race lead by a good margin here at lap 12. That margin staying out 2.5, 2.6 now. Rickard leads over everyone else at the moment. Man, oh man, what a night it has been here in the first 12 laps. Some great battling throughout the field. And what do you say we ride on board with your race leader Scott Rickard? I'm going to take a moment out of the booth. We're going to go rev it up here for the next lap as we ride on board with race leader Scott Rickard. Alright, back here once again, folks, back under green here. I hope you enjoyed that Rev It Up segment there. Got Rickard leads right here at Watkinsglen here for the Raze Energy 50 Ethic win. 15 of the 50 complete. Looking back for battles. Mike still on the back bumper of Wade. Nothing changed there, but we got a nice little battle here brewing between Derek Alferman and Nate Lynch. Alferman's made it back to 10th now after his mistakes early on. And again, it was Alferman going off early on in this event that put him on this course to have to recover. Went off really early, and if we go take a look and try to find it early on here in this race, it was Alferman that slid off the racetrack lap number 1. Here's what it kind of looked like here. This was lap number 1, I do believe, of this event. He was up there running at third. This was lap number 1 here. And you're going to see him cook it down here into turn number, or the second to final corner. And he just went too hard, slid off. That was the first time he went off there. And then he got it gathered back up. And then again, back on lap number 3. Kind of the same scenario here. Off track once again. Same corner. He'd already went off track once. Comes down into the corner here. Truck doesn't stick, goes straight right off into the gravel there once again, and that was the second time. But he's done a great job. Those two incidents really early on in this race. Done a great job since that to really recover. And right now, as you take a look, he's up to 9th. And a great run for him. We take a look behind him, 9/10 of a second back. Max Ward having a pretty good run here tonight into 12th. And that Toyota, after a little bit of contact earlier with another truck, started 28th on the evening, up to what would be 13th right now on the board with 35 laps to go. Another great run for him. But nobody even close to your race leader, Scott Rickard. Actually, Mike there has picked up 2 slots, moved Mike up into P2. He was behind Kyle for the longest time there, but he has moved up as well. Great run for him tonight, up into what would be P2 here after 16 of the scheduled 50. And ooh, as we brag on him, their truck steps out. That Tractor Supply Company truck nearly goes around, but he's able to hang on to it. Great little run for Mike right now in that number 84, running P2 right now. So right now, with what is going to be 30 laps to go at Watkinsglen, or 33 to go from Watkinsglen this next time by, start looking at when do we see cars on pit lane. Starting with your leader here, I think they can run somewhere in the neighborhood of 20, 22 laps on a tank here. Rickard leading by 4/10 of a second. Now he has slowed down about 3 seconds off his fastest lap of the race. And we got one car on pit road now, so if you kind of pit early like Max Ward is doing, you could possibly pick up quite a bit of time on your race leaders. As right now, Scott's kind of stuck in traffic. Gonna work the outside there. I believe that's 24, Brian Lynch, that he went around. Indeed it was. That Hooters machine loses a spot, or losing a lap there to Scott Rickard. But you look back through the pack here as we all start to spread out. We got a little battle. Nick Holland on the back bumper right now. Mike Lynch, good little battle for the 14th and 13th spots on the racetrack. Lynch, Holland, side by side down the back stretch. And it looks like Lynch is going to let Holland go. Holland clean pass into the bus stop. No biggie there. Great racing between those two drivers to let Holland on by. That's what you got to do, right? You got to let the faster truck by. Take care of yourself. Don't worry about everybody else. Just take care of yourself here tonight. That is the whole goal this evening at a place like Watkinsglen Speedway. 7/10 Jack, Mike, Michael right there in 18th, Kyle McCoy in 19th. 18 laps complete, 33 to go. Mike right now in P2, 3.1 seconds off of Scott Rickard. As we close in on the first green flag stops of the night, should be coming here at around 2 to 3 laps from now for the leaders. We already have a couple that elected to come down early here. But again, I expect them to go 20, 22 laps, somewhere in there, on a tank of fuel. You got Rickard leading, Mike in second. We're going to look see if we got any more battles on the racetrack. And we do. It's about a 1 lap down. Of course, that's Max Ward fresh tires kicking up a slot over, I believe that's Anderson right there behind him. A great job there for Max Ward. You know, take a look up front. Scott Rickard's best lap here tonight was a 15.53. Last time by, he ran an 18.4. A 1:18.4 to be exact. New fresh tires. Max Ward, we'll see what he can turn. But his best is all overall tonight. 18 flat. Not quite as fast as Scott's, but again, fresher tires there for him. Derek Offerman closing in on Paul House. He has not stopped yet. But this would be a pass if he can make it up to the 8th position after a disastrous start. Back, remember, lap 3 he went off, and lap 1 he went off in this race. So Offerman making a comeback there in that 20 Ford F-150. Really great return for him, and he'll make the pass up to 8th inside the top 10. House a little bit loose. You can see those tires going away on the 18 Hardee's machine. But Paul House just trying to hang on to that machine because we're just shy of halfway. Rickard back through the S. The gap he's got 3.9 seconds over Mike and Christopher Wade in that Snap-on Tools machine. The great racing right now, 21 on the board of the 50. All these trucks trying to figure it out. You see 9/10 of a second. We got a nice little battle back here, a little ways. Brian Lynch and Kyle McCoy, great battle there. Hooters and the Monster Energy trucks going at it. Again, 20 on the board right now. Again, this is the part of road course racing that people love, is taking care of your equipment throughout the run. You know, it's 125 miles here tonight with no cautions. That is a long way to go in one of these trucks and not make a mistake. And it looks so easy, guys. But I promise you, me personally, from running the week at the Daytona road course, it's so easy to make that middle lapse, that middle mistake into a corner, and then you throw your whole race away. Mike Wantz right there behind him. And that's true every racetrack you go, but especially when you come to a place like Watkinsglen here in New York, how difficult it could be on your race car. And these guys are putting on a clinic here tonight. From Watkinsglen, some great racing. Mike actually closing in on Scott Rickard. He was faster that last lap. He was in the 117s. Scott was in the 118s. So believe it or not, Mike closing in right now on Scott Rickard. They're both pulling away from Christopher Wade here. This is going to be interesting. When does Mike decide to come to pit road? And can they make it all the way to 25 laps complete? They're about 5 laps away from that right now. And that would put them halfway in a one-stop race. So that's going to be interesting. Right now, Scott Rickard leads, 21 on the board, and 29 to go. He's got about 4 laps to go before he would hit that halfway marker. It'll be interesting how this works. Andrew Medwin right here, 8/10 off of Kyle here. A great little battle as we go through lap trucks. That's the 24 machine of Brian Lynch. That's a lap down back in 19th. The 44 alongside 3 wide. Medlin trying to squeak through. They'll get plenty of room. Great job by Medlin kind of easing through that one. That's a little difficult. You got to go 3 wide to get around a truck, but he did get by Kyle to move Andrew Medlin up to 4th. Eric Altman still in that 8th position right now. Eric's just got to be so disappointed with the way the night has went here. With the mistakes earlier on that cost him here. Basically costing him a shot at the win. If you look at it all together, Altman is 40 seconds off your race leader. Really out of contention unless something happens. Somebody that is not out of contention, and that is Mike Watts. Now he's dealing with Patrick Hasty, a little bit of lap traffic that's right directly in front of him in the Auto Care Napa number 9 machine. But when he's got clean traffic, he is actually faster than Scott Rickard. That time by Rickard was faster, but it's basically who catches the traffic where. Now some clean racetrack between them. We'll get to see them stretch their legs here and find out who's really got the faster truck. And oh, by the way, we're about 3 laps away from halfway here for the pit stop. Excitement for sure would pick up. And again, if these trucks make it to 25, well, it's going to be a one-stop race. The broadcaster may have been a little bit off on the fuel calculations. Didn't honestly expect them to make it quite this far. But they're doing a wonderful job out there fuel-wise, taking care of these trucks. And right now, battle is back here going on between the 2 and the 53. That's a battle, the 2 and the 59, excuse me. That's the battle for 16th and 17th. Trucks 1 lap down. Here comes Trey Jackson. I think Jackson's got fresher tires. No, he does not, actually. Excuse me, Jackson does not have fresher tires. Also 1 lap down in 18th here. Trying to pick up Mike Lynch. That would give him P17 on the track here so far tonight. Rickard up front with 4 laps into his stint. So he's basically going to be 1 lap away here from being able to make it on fuel the rest of the way here. Rickard out front, gap now 4.3 seconds. Maintaining battle right here between the 31 and 2. I got a little dicey there. Both trucks 1 lap down. Still battling for position. It's going to be 17th and 16th position, respectively, on the racetrack. And those 2 battling it out here for sure. The Raze Energy 50 at the Glen. Even though you're a lap down, you got a lot to fight for, and they're proving it right now as they head off end at the bus stop once again. Medlin, hanging on there as well. Andrew Medlin up in front of him. He's a P4, a lap ahead of these guys. But it looks like as Rickard works his way into the final corner one more time, he'll take 26 to go. And right there will definitely tell me as we got a truck to pit road behind him. But for the most part, I think everybody can make it on the 1 stop here tonight. Who was that coming down? Trying to get a number on the truck coming down right now. Let's see. And we got the 9 of Hasty just came down. The 84 on pit road right here of Mike Watts. Short pitting just a little bit. Rickard stays out. But Rickard stays out here. He'll probably come down this time by with 25 laps to go. And Rickard has pretty much, for a lack of better terms, dominated this race tonight. But Rickard doing a wonderful job. Looking to come to pit road probably this time with 25 to go. Split this race exactly in half. Well, he made a mistake. He clipped a curb there. Kept the truck under him. Didn't let it get away. And you'll probably see Rickard to pit road this time. There you go. Race leader on pit road. Now everybody else is going to start following. Ooh, Wade off the racetrack there in P2. Christopher Wade making a bit of a mistake there. That's the same corner that got Offerman earlier. He'll come down as well. Everybody's splitting this thing right in half. We ran 25 here tonight. We're going to pit at 25, and we'll be good to go to the end from there. Pit stops occurring here at Watkinsglen, right here. Rickard on pit road. Kevin actually staying out an extra lap. Edwin right there on pit road as well. Got Rickard pulling out on track. Where does Mike come out in relation? It's going to be about it's going to be probably a second or two between these two trucks, at least 3 seconds here. But Rickard maintaining a pretty good lead over Mike. That will become your battle for the race lead when we cycle it all out here at lap 27. Rickard back out front, leading over Mike in P2. Of course, Mike Watts doing a wonderful job here tonight. Kevin actually leads here in the 4, but he still has to pit, and he's got Rickard coming in a hurry as Kevin's out here on these older tires. And here's where Rickard don't need to get in a hurry here. Just pick your way through all this lap traffic. Don't get yourself in a bind trying to make it up in a ton, like super fast. You see there how dicey it was between Kevin and Scott whenever you had to come through. You got a ton of those trucks heading to pit road now. Let it kind of play out. You've got enough of a gap. I feel like you're going to be okay. It's a 2.7 second gap back to Mike. Of course, Rickard don't want to get stuck up behind traffic forever, but do not push the issue here. Load it up to the bottom, nice and clean, and it seems like everything's going pretty well. Mike's got it down to 2.4, but he's going to be stuck behind Nate Lynch here up through the S's. He needs to get through that same traffic that Offerman just got through and get through it cleanly, and just take care of yourself here as these pit stops cycle out. And again, good job, Mike. He's in through. Kyle right here in 4th. 3rd right now, Christopher Wade. Good run for him also. You start taking a look at all the information that we know right now and where everybody kind of fits in relation to everybody else. Got a battle here. That's Anderson and Nate Lynch. Closest battle for position on the racetrack. That is going to be 16th and 15th. And more trucks to pit road. There goes the 99 to pit road as well. So we'll get up here with Paul House. Now checking on Derek Alderman. He is right now in 8th. He's 5 seconds off Aaron Hale. He's made up quite a few spots here tonight. But again, a mistake early cost him a shot at the win here tonight, I feel like. I think he might have had... Ooh, as he about gets in the grass there again. Alderman had a really good truck coming in tonight. Just made a mistake. And man, oh man, he started 2nd here tonight. Went as high as 2nd, and then that incident kind of took him out of the going for this one. As we're coming to 29 to go this time by. That's Alderman right here down the front straightaway once again. Kind of holding serve here tonight. Right now, as we look at Mike Watts, he's set 2.76 off of your race leader. Is a Mike Watts there in that 84 machine. Nice and easy down the front straightaway, 29 to go this time by. And folks, we're going to get ready to go to rev it up one more time here. We'll ride on board. This time with Mr. Mike Watts as he works his way around Watkinsglen. Alrighty, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that little segment I revved up there once again with 20 laps to go. During the Raze Energy get the Glen for the Stars and Stripes Truck Series presented by Raze Energy as well. Got Rickard out in front of this thing, continues to lead gap 3.7 seconds. Andrew Medlin, while we were going to breaks, closing that gap down on the 44 machine at Menards machine at Kyle, who is right in front of him. Medlin looking for that fourth position here tonight. Medlin looking hard here at P4. Great race right here. Laps to go here. Medlin and Mr. Kyle right here hanging on. Great little battle. Andrew Medlin gonna dive to the inside. That's gonna be P4. Medlin right there. Great job to the bottom. So Andrew Medlin, wonderful job out front. Laps to go here. Got Rickard out in front. It's a 4-second gap right now in him, and the surprise of the night has to be Mike Watts. A great run. Let's take a look at his night coming into this evening. 19 to go. Started 5th here tonight. He's made his way up to 2nd. Continued to run that right there behind point leader Scott Rickard here tonight, and it has done a really good job here of maintaining that spot. Rickard up front, though, wonderfully done. Right, 3 Rickard right there on the bottom of that corner. Then Rickard just goes through 1 and 2 and everywhere else here tonight, not really putting a wheel off. Right behind him is another truck. That is actually Mike Watts trying to close that gap down. Kyle still now falling off the back bumper of Medlin, who has went to 4th here tonight. Great run for Medlin. Let's check in on Mr. Garrick here. He is closing, because he gets held up by traffic there, but he is closing on Aaron Hale. Move him back in 7th. Laps to go. Rickard leads. Mike Watts right there in to Mr. Wade in 3rd. Andrew Medlin in 4th. Great battle as always. Wonderful race here at Watkinsglen. Got Rickard up front, 17 to go. Right now with 17 laps to go in this one, and Rickard Watson 2nd, Wade in 3rd. That's your top 3 here tonight. Taking a look at Kyle back here. Kevin, wonderful run here, and Cole as well. Kyle again falling off the back bumper. Back forward, closing in on Paul House, and that again is another one of those battles. That would be for that top 10 position. One of the better runs that Max Ward's had all year could be coming here tonight. Max Ward putting together a pretty good run here. Looking just outside of Paul House right now. Outside the top 10 for the Raze Energy 59. Max Ward, such a cool dude. Just hasn't had the luck this year or this season that we'd hoped for. But it's a lack of trying, and right now he's just outside of Paul House here for a top 10 running position. Kind of cool. Oh man, he's got to pit. He didn't make it along with the other guys. That's going to take his shot at that top 10 away. Back up front though. Around gap now to one of the Bill Watts and Rickard, spread out by 5 seconds. Kyle, of course, falling off of Andrew Medlin. That gap is also kind of extended itself right now. But hey, we spread out by a couple of seconds around the racetrack. Alferman not really gaining on Hale at all back here for the 8th spot either, unfortunately. Right now, as we all continue to run 60 laps to go here in the Raze Energy 50th at Glen. And it's going to be one of those nights, I think, that we look back on and think about how great these drivers were at keeping the trucks on track for the most part. And I think that's what I'm going to think about when I look back on this one and everything that's went on tonight. Wonderful job by everybody involved. We've had a few incidents here. For the most part, it's being clean. Rickard's starting to open up that gap more and more right now. Over Mike at 6.4 right now. That's 6.4 with 50 to go. And again, it'll be 14 at the stripe. So everybody fights through here. Right now, Scott Rickard leads away. Mike Watson second. Andrew Bedwin back here in fourth. Kyle in fifth with 15 laps to go. Derek Alferman back here as well. So looking at some of these gaps, Nick Holland actually kind of closing on Steve Anderson. That would be for 19th, 18th. That little gap starting to close a bit here from Watkinsglen Speedway. The up front Mike's still trying to close, but doesn't have it in that truck right now. Close that gap, and he's dropped back to 6 seconds off of your race leader. That gap not really closing. Kyle kind of sticking with Medwin a little bit after Medwin got around him, but Kyle is with him. Let's go back and take a look here. What a night it's been here. If you look back just a little bit back there, of course Travis had an off track back here just a few laps ago. Let's see what happened here to Travis. I don't know if I call that an off track. That's what it counted. I don't know about that. He dropped the wheel, but nope, it was right here. Yep, that same corner that got off from it earlier in the night. Alley off. Let's see. Alley had a problem. Some of these issues had. And also that same corner, extra final corner here, has just been throwing a wrench to everybody. Same issue for McNally here. Hard on the brakes and off he goes. That's the same issue that Alferman had. Now he actually was way wide there. But and he actually out back to pit road, but that's what we see. That final corner is getting some trucks here tonight. Rickard out in front for that next one. Has absolutely bit some of these trucks here. But the one person that hasn't bit is Scott Rickard. He continues to lead. No surprise, right? He's kept this truck clean. No big offs or anything here tonight. We talked to him at the beginning of the night. We said it there. Just keep the truck clean and you'll be in good shape. And that's exactly what has happened. Meanwhile, Kyle is actually gaining back down on Andrew Medwin for what would be the 4th position here. A 7 truck 1 lap down of Kyle McCoy. But got 44 closing in a little bit on the back bumper of Andrew Medwin, 4P4 here. So this could be a battle before we're done here tonight from Watkinsglen. But a little bit of a battle brewing here. And again, nice little run here for these trucks around that 4th spot. Folks were hunting around for some battles for you, but pretty much spread out around the racetrack at this point of the race, with coming to what would be 12 to go for these guys. Base pretty much got themselves spread out where they're comfortable running. With, I tell you what, unless something major happens, it will be Rickard going to victory lane here tonight at Watkinsglen. Rickard coming in, had that points lead, had grown the points lead ever so slightly through the past few weeks. And once again, showing why he is a leader of our points here in the Raze Energy Truck Series. He is just on it here tonight. Of course, Nick Holland coming off the win at Texas. The last time Scott went to victory lane was back at Martinsville Speedway in the M&M's 170. And that was just a little bit ago, back on January the 21st. Scott coming on almost a month here without a win, looking to go back to victory lane here in the Raze Energy 50. And if he can make it 11 more miles, he's going to make that happen. Is Scott Rickard here tonight? Rickard got to keep that truck underneath of him. Where Scott went on that tear where he got 3 in a row. He won at Rockingham, Chicagoland, and Martinsville. Those 3 races right there in a row. And then, of course, he got Phoenix there as well. So, 4 wins on the year, looking to make it 5. And this is going to be race number 13 of the year. So he is just below a 50% winning ratio here in this league, which is great, man. Anytime you can get close to a 50% winning ratio in a league, that is just amazing. Amazing year for Scott. And again, that points lead just continues to grow and grow and grow as well, because you're just keep the pressure on, and that helps you out here. We look back through the field, Alex actually fell off of Andrew Medlin. That battle we've been kind of keeping an eye on for 4th and 5th. With 10 laps to go, that's kind of fell apart just a little bit between these two. Of course, Derek Offerman made it back to 8th after his troubles earlier. Doesn't look like he's really going to get much further, but top 8, recovery, top 10, so can't complain about that. It could have been a lot worse. Again, he made some mistakes really early on in this race that kind of bid him for trying to win this race here tonight. But again, he recovered, made the best of it, got it back to P8. Can't ask for much more here when something like that happens than to recover that much. All right, 10 laps to go from what is going to be, or 9 to go, excuse me, now here in the Raze Energy 50 at the Glen, here on Revved Up Broadcasting Network. And I tell you what, with 8 to go this next time by, Rickard setting sail. We're going to monitor some battles back here, see if we get anything developing over the next 8 laps. I own right here 1.6 off of Andrew. Andrew's been able to keep it up in front of him after he got around him some laps ago and was able to pull away a bit. So he's done a great job of just maintaining that gap as well. And the last time by, Mike Watts was faster than Scott Rickard by about a 10th. Of course, 6 seconds back, it's not going to be enough. You have to get more than that, but definitely coming on late. Seems like Mike's better as the tires get older. versus the newer, fresher stuff where Rickard can really get out away from him. I think as the tires wear, Mike is a little bit closer on tires, on older tires to Rickard's times than what he is early in the run. Problem is Rickard gets so far out, we can't do nothing with him. So we take a look there as that gap continues to steady grow. 7 laps to go this next time by. Rickard out in front. Watts there in second. 7 to go this time by. In the Raze Energy 50 at the Glen. Around the carousel once again. Around the carousel we go. That is Mr. Mike Watt hanging on P2 right now. Right now with 7 laps to go. Watts, Rickard, 1 and 2 at the moment. Seven laps to go right here at the stripe. Rickard leads. Watts in second right now. That gap is slowly coming down. 5.7 that time by. Watts is gaining, but I don't think he's got enough time to get there. You have to make up basically a second a lap on Rickard. I don't think he's going to get that, but he's definitely better on the longer run than Rickard. It just takes so long for that truck to come in. By the time it does, it's kind of hard to run Rickard back down. Especially, in the limited amount of time you've got. Good to Rickard, Watts, everybody hanging on right now. 7 laps to go this time by. Rickard, Mike Watts, Christopher Wade right there. 6 to go at the stripe. One truck off up in front of him. That's the 2 machine off, but he'll hang on to it. And Rickard this time by at the stripe. He'll see 6 laps to go. Still great lead over everyone else. 8 Lynch though starting to close in on Paul House. That is the battle for 9th and 10th between Lynch and House. And also the first truck 1 lap down. So let's see if Paul House there can hold on in front of Nate Lynch. Nate Lynch looking at a good top 10 run here at Watkinsglen tonight. He can survive another 5 laps or so. And again, Lynch closing down on House. Great little run right now. Al McCoy back there behind them. 1 lap down as well. That's Medwin, of course. Medwin runs 4th right now. He is in front of 5 of Kyle in the 44 truck. As we go to take 5 to go this time by. Truck's going to disappear side by side up front. 5 laps to go. 7 to 14 right in front of them. Five laps to go this time for race for Scott Rickard here on the Revved Up Broadcasting Network here tonight. And what is the Raze Energy 50 at the Glen? Everybody hanging on. 5 laps to go this time by. And I tell you what, Rickard right now 6-2. Coming down to the end of this one here tonight. Rickard really doing a great job of that 05, hanging on to that race lead all night long and looking at the end of this race here very soon. It's been a wonderful night here so far. And these guys are fighting their way through right now. 5 laps to go this time by at the front. Rickard, Mike, or Wade, your top 3. All these trucks are looking to cruise home to a top 5 win. Here this evening, or 4 laps to go. So right now, you see Wade right there in 3rd, Kyle back here in 4th, Brent 5th, Kevin in 6th, Aaron in 7th, Derek Offerman right here in 8th. And actually, Derek has closed on Aaron Hale, trying to make a move here for that P7 spot. And Offerman pick up yet again another position here. That would get him back to P7 here late in the going. Offerman has battled back all night long to get himself back to this position. He can just hang on here a couple more laps, put some good laps together, get up there to Aaron Hale, maybe pick up P7. Even more of a recovery for him here tonight. He's Hale going to the 20 outside the 24. Brian Lynch. Be interesting if Offerman can get to Hale here over the next few laps. That's Aaron Hale right there. Derek Offerman closing in from behind. Got 3 more laps here in this event to get there. Be mighty interesting. That truck there. Scott Rickard, of course, still leading by 6.6 seconds. This is your closest battle on the racetrack between Offerman and Hale. They're separated by 1.2 right now. And again, in the closing stages of the Raze Energy 50 at the Glen. And right now it's Offerman coming to Hale down the short chute into the next final corner. And this is the corner all night. It's been the trouble spot. And the corner that got Mr. Offerman in trouble to begin with was that next to final corner way back there. Laps 1 and 3 that put him down here in the spot and started second here tonight. That trouble early on kind of set him back. But right now it's Rickard off of off the final corner, coming to see the go sign here at Watkinsglen with a 6.0 second lead over Mike and Mr. Christopher, Wade, Andrew, Medlin, and Kyle, your top 5. We go coming down to the end of this event here tonight. Offerman still trying to get up there and do something with Hale. Maybe he get something in that truck over the next few laps to get up there and get Mr. Hale. He is definitely trying. Offerman everything he can to get to the 54 truck of Hale. Hale trying to hold him back there. It's 9/10 of a second right now. Cole's got to hang on if he can keep Offerman behind him over the next 2 laps. Guys, again, these guys should be coming to go here, and our leader will be coming when he gets around. He'll get around to the white flag. Here comes Rickard coming to the white right now, coming through the next to final corner for Rickard. Gap right now 5.3 for him. No biggie for Scott Rickard right now. Coming to the white flag here in the Raze Energy at the Glen. Rickard across the stripe here, and it'll be 1 lap to go for Scott Rickard here at Watkinsglen Speedway. Rickard into 1. He'll come up through the S's final time. Let's hop on board with that 05 machine as he rolls it up through the S's. Once again here tonight for the final time. Scott Rickard looking at the win here in the Raze Energy Truck Series. And oh man, this could be huge. Here as he heads into the bus stop once again. Rickard hard on the brakes through the bus stop one more time. Down into the carousel once more. And if he can get through the trouble turn up here, he should be good to go. Scott Rickard coming to lead 50 out of 50 laps here tonight. A clean sweep here at Watkinsglen. He'll come through the final set of corners. He'll put win number 5 on the board for the year. Rickard, beautiful showing at the road course here tonight at Watkinsglen. Out of turn, the final corner, down the front straightaway, and it's going to be that beautiful 05 truck of Sky Rickard sweeping tonight's race, leading all 50 laps in his route to Checkers here. We got us a battle here between Derek Offerman. That battle between him and Aaron Hale tight down the back straightaway. It'll be 0.3 of a second now. Offerman trying to get through him through the bus stop. Can't do it. He's going to kind of let that truck lay back, trying to get another run through the carousel here. This is the white flag for these guys as well, coming to the checkered. Offerman trying to come up with a way around at 54 of Hale. Got 2 sets of corners to do it. Down the short chute here once again into the next to final corner. Again, through this corner, coming to the final corner of this race. And it looks like Aaron Hale is going to do it and hold on to P7 over Derek Offerman. Offerman lighting the tires up, trying to get to him. Can't do it. It is going to be Offerman P8 here tonight, Hale P7. That will do it here at Rickard with an amazing win here tonight from the road course at Watkinsglen. We'll get ready to talk to him up here in the booth in just one moment. We'll let him do his burnouts here front straight away. Let the man go celebrate. Scott Rickard coming home, leading 50 laps here tonight of the scheduled 50. Great job here. Look at Scott right here just celebrating his way down into turn 1. Rickard again with a sweep here tonight. And that 05 mission, that Chevy Silverado, lighting those tires up. Let's go revved up here for this one. Alrighty, there you have it, Scott Rickard bringing that car to victory lane, and we're going to grab him up here to talk to him. Wow, what a night for Scott. Hey Scott Rickard, Matt in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, man, clean sweep. We had 50 laps here tonight of this 50 lap event. Really didn't make any mistakes all night long, buddy.
Yeah, just gotta be consistent on these tracks.
What do you think, man? Win number 5 of the year for you.
Pretty good going to the playoffs, but you never know what's happened there.
And for man, well, you did a beautiful job out there, kept the truck clean. Building that points gap a little bit more as you head to the playoffs, man. Just a really good race for you out front.
Yeah, just gotta try to be smooth the entire race. And have to make sure to navigate all the flat down trucks without being wrecked.
Yeah, for man, just that. Brought another win home to the Misfits stable down there. Congratulations. Anybody you'd like to thank before I let you go, man?
My dog and Misfit Motorsports as always.
And poor man will win number 5 on the year, Scott. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's go talk to that number the truck if we can. Find him in. Once. Oh, unfortunately. It's an unfortunate watching. My P3 here in this group at all. So hang on, folks. I was. I love you. fine. But let's get Wade up here. But man, what a run there for Watts as always. Hey, Christopher Wade, it's Matt in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got a copy.
Alrighty, man. Pretty smooth night for you coming home P3.
Yeah. Decided to let the mine go. I wasn't gonna be able to hold them off.
And you did a wonderful job here. Congratulations. And just a smooth race overall for you.
Yeah, the goal was consistency too, and try to stay on track, but I want to be faster than what I could be, but that's all I had.
Well, you did a great job, man, coming home P number 3 here tonight, man. Wonderful job being consistent into the top 3 and just having a pretty smooth night. So what's your plans here as the season moves forward, buddy?
Let's see. I done forgot what next track is already.
I'd have to go look right quick. I've done forgot too, but I tell you what, should be fun to watch you throughout the rest of the year, man. Great run here at Watkinsglen, buddy.
Yeah, you missed that Indianapolis broadcast. Well, win that I done. It's kind of a little disappointing in that.
Well, I tell you what, go out there and get us another one. And what we'll do is we'll take the truck and we'll put it on the trailer and we'll take it back to Watkinsglen and we'll do an interview in both places.
Alright, sounds good. I'm trying.
Man, great job coming home third here tonight. And by the way, congrats on that Indy win, by the way.
Alright, thank you, man.
Well, good job, P3 here tonight for Mr. Wade. All right. Let's get Mr. Offerman up here as well. Hey, Derek, man, it's Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, buddy?
Man, oh man, up and down night for you. Started second here tonight. Turn 1, corner got you there. That last the final corner. And then lap 3, it got you again, but you were able to kind of battle back up to, I think it ended up being a P8 there right behind Aaron.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I spent all the time working on my qualifying laps, hoping to set myself up for a good race. And then, yeah, those first 3 laps were pretty brutal. But it was fun, though. Kind of got in a rhythm there after a while and stayed out of trouble.
Yeah, you did, and you were able to kind of take a bad situation and make it not so bad.
Yeah, yep, exactly. You just kind of got to cut your losses and take it easy. How was the racing?
It was actually good. My throat is actually sore.
Oh,
The
wow.
point that I'm having trouble talking.
Oh, no. That's
But-
yeah, my legs are pretty sore.
But I tell you what, man, it was a great run for you there tonight. Able to make up a ton of spots that you would have lost and a lot of points you got back.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
Well, good job, Derek, and we'll see you next week, brother.
Awesome. Take care. Have a good week, bud.
Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it here for the Revved Up Broadcasting Network here in tonight's coverage of the Raze Energy 50 at the Glen. We'll be back next week once again here for more racing action for the Stars and Stripes Raze Energy Truck Series. Till then, everyone, stay safe. Have a great night.